It's your boy Mike T's back at you with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over phone stands and the processes that I take to make sure that the image comes out right on my phone stand. Plus, we're going to discuss the flavor of the month. All that and more after the end. How do you measure your garments? How do you measure your sublimations? I have a couple of ideas, tips, and tricks that I use to measure my garments or my substrates, period. First is this ruler, and it's a metal ruler, and it's like the regular 12-inch ruler. But then I have an extended ruler, that's the 18-inch ruler. Both of these rulers you can grab at Michael's, Joann's Craft, Hobby Lobby, places like that. You can order them off of eBay. It just really depends on which place you want to get them through. So what we're sublimating today is a phone stand, and it's basically these. I got mine from HEART&HUSTLE Printing. You can grab them pretty much anywhere that you can find them. The problem is that some will come with disc, some won't. So you just got to do your due diligence and read the description below. I highly advise. One thing that I would use to measure, and I didn't mention earlier, is a tape measure. This one actually has the actual fractions right behind the whole number. So sometimes you might need to rely on this, especially when you're trying to measure a disc this size, and you want to do it the appropriate way for your cameo design. So on my computer, I have exactly what I want to put on my phone stands. And there's a circle with the image of clouds, and then my Grizzly by Nature, which is going to be in white. The reason you see two different sizes is because I don't like to waste a whole sheet of sublimation paper, so I'll make multiple sizes, multiple angles, and multiple ways, so I'm getting the most use out of that sublimation paper. So I'm going to quickly show you guys how I came to get the clouds inside of this circle and why I chose this measurement. So for the circle with the clouds in it, my measurements were 1.244 by 1.272 inches for one of them. The other one was, I have to scoot down, and I have my computer zoomed in, by the way. So that's why it looks so huge. But the other circle was 1.651 by 1.689. In order to get this circle with the clouds in it, you come to the left-hand side, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4th icon down. They have a square, they have a rectangle, they have a circle or oval, and then they have like a pentagon or a polygon. So we're just going to select the circle, come over here and actually make a circle with the line the best as I can. And we'll go with that. We'll come back to the left hand side. We'll click the arrow, so that way it's not making another circle. We'll click that, and then we'll come back and click it again. Now the reason I do that is to make sure that it's completely off the circle and it's back to my arrow. But once I have that highlighted, I come over to my color palette on the right hand side of the menu. 1, 2, 3, the third one down. As you see, I already have it up. So in here, you can do a solid color like blue or purple or whatever, however you're feeling that day. Or you can come up to the very top where it says fill, and you can do, I call them mirror colors because it adds kind of like lightning mirror right through the color. You can do that, or you can choose fill with pattern. Now, if you don't have silhouette business, I don't have silhouette business on this one, but I do on my main computer. You'll just get these stock patterns or photos. Once you get the business edition, you're able to create your own pattern or photo. So I used the clouds because I thought it was nice and it was going to pop out. So we'll just go over here and choose clouds. Now, if you come back to this, you'll see the inside is filled with clouds. Once you've done that, that is your background. So you can use that to make your design look that much more. You all know if you've been following my channel, I use sublimation by the roll. I do have like a 30 pack of A sub paper or something like that, and then I got 8x11 and an 11x17, but I always resort back to this roll, mainly because I like to cut my own length. How do I do that? I use my counter down here. So from here to here is an even cut, and it cuts pretty nicely. So I would simply go to the end of my counter right here, and I would roll out to where the tape is at, and then I would cut at the edge of this tape, giving me a piece this big. A lot of people don't understand the roll, but if you get it right, you won't have to worry about paper jams and it not going through the printer, such as the one I have back here, which is the 7720 Workforce by Epson. So from there, I would just simply extend the tray out, because the tray extends via pulling this blue button and pulling this tab back. I would set it in like so. I would make sure that the teeth grab both corners, which you can see at the top, and you see how it's locked into place. And then I would simply slide it. Can you get it? I would simply slide it right into the slot. And there you go. Just print from there. So as you see, I have a couple of images already ready to go that I'm going to print out. We're going to reverse image everything or horizontal flip everything, because after all, we are printing for this to be pressed. And the reason that I did so many is, like I told you before, you don't want to be in a position to where you're just wasting big sheets of paper. And sure, I could have used the 8x11, but I'm so used to using that 11x17 that I reach for it automatically. I'm turning everything horizontal. And like I said earlier, I will make doubles. So I have this one already here, but if it's not big enough, I'll just come down, I'll copy, or actually hit duplicate. As soon as it brings it up, I'll bring it below it and make it a tiny bit bigger. One of the sizes have to work. So once you have your desired image that you're going to put onto your pop socket, which is this right here, and it's just for demonstration purposes, guys. It's not the best work that I've done. It's just something to show you how I do mines. I'm going to cover this with laminate film. The reason I cover it with this is because a lot of times when you go to put the image on here, it still looks kind of weird to me. But I found that using laminate pouches helps to bring out the vibrancy of the color. So what I would do is I would take a sheet, now it's a pouch, and I would rip it in half. I believe this is a ripped half from one. And the matte side is the side that's down. The shiny side is the side that's up. So I would take this, I would simply fold it over. It would look something like that. Sorry, the angle's a little bit messed up. And I would simply just cut around it to make sure that I can laminate it. And I only laminate it for like 10, maybe 5 seconds, 5 to 10 at the most, because I just want this to seal. So the sublimation will actually adhere to it. So once I hit it with the heat press, it's completely laminated. And yeah, there may be some bubbles in it, but they're not going to notice that after you press it again. And it should fit perfectly. Now, this is going to bring out the vibrancy in this picture, in this photo. It's kind of dull on here, and I want it bright on here. And yes, you can sub directly onto the disc, but I chose this method, and I think it works best for me. So right now, I'm getting ready to trim around the edges and press the image onto the disc. So we're going to place the image on top. And let me turn my phone off. Y'all need to see what I was looking at. And I'm making sure that the area around it is outside of it so it'll bleed like it's supposed to. I'm going to take a piece of heat tape. Bam, bam, bam. Bring it up to my face a little bit because I got to make sure that it's right. You're making sure that that image is all the way around the disc. That way it sublimates the whole disc. So we're going to take it to our heat press. The heat press is at 381 degrees. And we're pressing for a full 45 seconds. And we'll be right back with you. Hey, it's turkey month. So it's only honorary and it's only fitting that the flavor of the month be yellow as my heat press is popping up. And it's that 5-second press from Wallacott Express. Hit those links down below, y'all. So that was just an example of how I press my pop sockets, I guess you could say, or phone stands. Not affiliated with the company, so I'm just say phone stands on that. But what up, squad? Seek from 12 Gone Apparel. Say how you feel, because he gonna say how you feel. Jerome from All Things Style. You dig? And myself, Mike Tees. I hope y'all been appreciating these videos. I'm trying to think of new concepts, new ways to flip this. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to hit those affiliate links, man. I need them. I need them to make this channel grow. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. And to the next one, y'all. Hey, yo. Join Squad today on Facebook. I'm trying to figure it out for Instagram. But basically, if you want tips and tricks and knowledge for your custom apparel business, this is the place to be. Join Squad today.